So welcome to our pure restorative class. And what that means is I'm really going to spend this time, 30 minutes, in deep rest, opening our body with these restorative poses. This is a short and very simple practice. It will be designed to support you all summer long. You can use it at any time, any day. I'll show you how to make it a little bit more grounding for an evening practice and a little bit more light and opening for a morning practice. You could use it every day if you wish. We're going to start with 2 short restorative poses to just open up our body, let more breath in, open our posture, release a little tension, and then this longer core restorative practice that will help us to not only feel more grounded, but also gently create space to be nourished with the sort of expanding season and to be recharged into this lightness of summer, but without uprooting us, without taking us off the ground. You meet me on the mat. I have one rolled yoga blanket, like a yoga mat. I'm going to put that towards the bottom of my mat. 2 blocks that we'll use actually towards our head on the first couple of poses. So I'm going to put those on either side of the head side of my mat. Pillows nearby. 2 of our yoga blankets are going to be folded in a long rectangle. Very simply, I have it folded in half right now. Then I'm going to fold it in half again. And one more time. If you just took the flow class, this series is going to couple beautifully with the flow class. We just finished that class face down. So we spent some time really cooling and grounding with that last face down pose, which I'll demonstrate at the beginning of this practice as well as an option. But that is a great way to segue into our now 30-minute rest practice. If you notice, I took the top blanket and I pulled it down a little bit so it hangs over the bottom, staggers up. These blocks at the beginning are going to be there to catch our hands when we're overhead. I'm going to ask you to watch me go through the little sequence so you don't have to sit up for any instruction or gazing towards the end of our practice. Watch me do the whole sequence once. I'll demonstrate it, and then we'll do it together, and I'll guide you through everything, and you won't really have to get up to see. To begin with, I'm going to place the pillows on top of the blankets with a little bit of space where my arm is going to go through. The roll will be available as an optional prop between the legs for the first pose. So we're going to begin with a little bit of cat-cow over the props. Again, I'm just demonstrating. Once we finish the cat-cow, we'll turn to bring one hip to our pillow, option to bring the blanket between our legs. And we'll lengthen our way down with the arm fitting right between the pillows. So the pillow comes under the head and the rib cage, but the shoulder can drop through. This side lean is going to turn into a twist as we begin to roll slowly open. We'll do a few movements with our breath, and then we will have the option to extend our arm behind us and rest it on the block. That will be optional, how much you want to extend the arm, or extend the arm in side lean. So you'll have your choice about whichever feels better for you. We'll just spend a minute or 2 on each side with the arm extended. After we finish one side, we'll roll to our back and then the other side. We will then come into our longer pose. We'll place the blocks underneath the blanket. And I just want to demonstrate this arm option for the longer pose. If you need more grounding, versus if you want to use it for expanding. I made a little pillow. This is a chest opener to open up everything for our breath. You may feel that it's very expansive. So one option, and especially if you're going to bed, will be to bring your pillows to meet above your belly, to bring your hands over the pillows, and to have a little bit more insulation. If you're feeling anxious or ungrounded, and you really want a little bit more insulation, you can place your pillows on top of you and hug your pillows. If you use the practice at night, this will be your choice. If you feel that you need more grounding or cooling, this will be more choice. If you want to really open up, you could place your pillows right by your side, palms up. And if you're really in an expansive mood, placing your pillow under your shoulder and extending your arms right out to the sides like a T. My other arm's a little inhibited, but opening way up. So you have options for expanding. We'll open way up. I'll invite you to do that and instruct you. Somewhere in between, you'll place them over your body and you'll hold. And totally insulating, you'll have the option for the hug. So to begin, place your blocks above your head on your mat. Pillows are separated. Option to bring the rolled blanket between your legs. Your knees can be stacked or staggered. Actually, before you turn, let's just do seated cat-cow. Since we're not going to do hands all fours, come to sit. We'll just do a few rounds of cat-cow to warm up. Take your hands to your shins. As you inhale, open the heart up towards the horizon. As you exhale, draw your breastbone, your heart, your belly to your back. Let's do about 9 of these on your own. Starting to get out of instruction mode now that you saw where we're going. We don't have to think so much about it. Let's get into the experience of the body. Feel your inhale fill you as your heart lifts and chest widens. As you gather into your back, emptying your lungs completely. Let the length of your movement begin to synchronize with the length of your breath. Three more, maybe stretching the inhale a little longer than natural. Maybe you'd like to exhale out the mouth, add a little ha. Just 2 more. And 1 more. And come to neutral. Just pause, take a moment to let all your weight drain into your seat. Your eyes float open as you turn to bring your left hip to your props. And sit side saddle, snuggle the pillow right up to touch your body. Option to bring the blanket. between your shins, your knees, your legs. Lengthen your side body down until your shoulder slides between your pillows. Snuggle the pillow right under your neck. So I'm bringing it all the way down to meet my whole neck. And I have a block available on either side if I want to open up or if I want to stretch back. But we'll begin with just a little bit of movement, the hand on the hip. And as you inhale, sweep your arm up. And as you exhale, bring your hand back to your hip. As you inhale, take your hand from your hip all the way up to the sky and then all the way over your head to the ground behind you. As you exhale, bring the hand back to the hip. Do 3 more just like this at the pace of your breath, sweeping your arm on the length of your inhale over your head. Back to your hip, letting it rest at the end of your exhale. And if you'd like to keep moving, if a little bit of breath-based awareness and movement helps you rest, feel free to keep the arm going, or if you need to pick it up at any time, do that. Otherwise, you can rest your hand on your hip or on a block over your head, right on your side body. If you want to open it up to a twist, practice rolling a little bit toward your back. Maybe your heart will see the sky. Maybe you can get yourself a little bit more in your upper back, the back of your head on your pillow. You could gaze towards the sky a little bit if your eyes were open. You can rest your hand on the block by the side of your mat, the right side of your mat. So it's either a little bit more of a twist or a little bit more of a side lean. And if you want to oscillate between the two, say every 10 breaths, change it, you're welcome to. Otherwise, we're just going to settle in to the position of your choice. Letting all your weight drain onto the ground. If having your head over your head or extended out is too much, you are always welcome to stay on your side body with your hand on your hip. You don't have to extend your arm up. One other option, if none of these are comfortable, is you can have your block in front of you and you can extend your arm forward with your hand on your block. So the idea is you're not enduring the pose. This isn't a challenge to stay. It's can you relax into stillness, not hold yourself still or challenge yourself to be still. Find the position of comfort for you. Change it when you need. And now on these next few breaths, on each exhale, feel the ground under your body holding you up. Maybe you could recognize for a breath or two just the unconditional support that the earth is offering you, that the ground and the props are gifting you. And as if it was a gesture of gratitude, say thank you with your body weight. Say thank you with your body weight. by allowing your weight to rest on the support under you. Gesture of gratitude. And staying aware of the support of the earth, also grow aware of the flow of the breath as it massages you inside, as it softens you inside. Welcome your breath into your body. You can feel your body being breathed. And maybe offering a gesture of gratitude towards the breath simply by allowing it to flow. It is a gesture of appreciation just to allow your breath to flow through you. It's a way of saying thank you to the breath. And then gathering your belly to your back for these last few breaths. You could come to neutral if you were open in the twist, come back to the side lean as you draw your belly to your back. If your hand's above, above your head, bring it to your hip. Exaggerate again, drawing the belly to your back for just the next 2 breaths. As we prepare to transition, sense the ground under your body, inhabit your belly and pelvis so you have some support in your core. Bring your right hand to the ground right next to your chest. Use the power of your arms and the strength of your belly, pushing off the earth as you look down at the ground to slowly come halfway up and then up again. Take your time to turn your back to your props and then come to the other side. Sitting side saddle your right hip against the pillow, snuggling your pillow into your hip. Lengthen your side body down, allowing your arm to slide between your pillows. Snuggling the other pillow under your neck and head. Making sure that there's a block to catch your arm right over your head, and maybe one if you wish to open up to a little twist. As you got your blocks placed there, bring your hand to your hip. And a few moving with the breath as you inhale the arm overhead. As you exhale back to your hip. At the pace of your breath, sweeping up on your inhale and down on your exhale. Do this as long as you wish, as long as it's useful. If you decide at some point to stop, but then you want to start again, you're always welcome to. It's legal to call it restorative and still have a little movement that helps you stay present and settles your nervous system. You don't have to be still. If stillness is calling your name, you're welcome to put your hand on your hip and pause there for as long as you wish. You're welcome to settle with your arm straight over your head or like more towards your chin over your head in the front plane of your body, the side lean. If you wish to open it up, you can roll to your upper back, on the back of your head on your pillow. You can bring your left hand all the way up to the block behind you. If this feels too expansive, pick any of the other options. including straight out in front of you, placing a block straight out in front of you. Your needs for one side might not be the same as the other side, so you might want it to be just a little different on this side than the last one you did. Let all your weight drain into the ground. The ground longs to hold you, support you. And it's an offer, a gesture of gratitude to allow your weight to be on the loving earth. Allow yourself to land on the ground. Again, change the position at any time if you feel it's too much time in one shape. But as you connect with the support of the ground, also spread your awareness to your body being breathed. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to force anything. Just receive the movement, the flow of your breath. Again, it's a gesture of gratitude to allow your breath to flow. And if you're expanded in the twist, slowly roll back to your side. You can have your hand over your head if you wish. And if your hand's over your head, bring it back to your hip. Start to bring your belly to your back on each exhale, gathering support in your pelvis and belly. When you're ready, bring your hand down in front of your chest on the ground. Use the earth to press yourself up slowly. Take your time when you're ready to bring your blocks towards the foot of your mat. Place your rolled blanket over your blocks. Take your time. You'll make sure that your blanket will be set, the roll will be set to be underneath your knees. And slowly move your pillows by your side body, and your seat is on your mat, rolling down for the chest opener. The blanket will fill in your low back. You'll take your time to fold the top blanket as a pillow under your head. If you're practicing at night, or if you're feeling a little ungrounded, you could stack your pillows on top of you and wrap your arms around to hold each opposite elbow so that you get the benefit of the front body being open to your breath, your lungs and your heart receiving breath, but you ground and contain. If you need something a little bit more moderate, and you just want to feel insulated, you can bring your blanket, your pillows on either side of your body, touching each other over your belly. The corners of the pillows touch each other so that as your arms rest on the pillows, your hands curl around the edges of the pillows, meeting right over your belly, pelvis. You could start to expand more if it's a morning practice, or if you feel real open, just bringing your arms by your side body on the pillows or extending them into a full cross position with one pillow under each arm. You can stretch your arms to the sides of your body, pillows under your arms, chest open. If you're doing this at night, I recommend one of the other variations. If it's a morning practice, you can play with the expansive position. If you don't want any pillows under your arms, you're welcome to do that as well. Once you choose the arm position, know that at any time you could change it should you wish. You don't have to stay in any position just because you started that way. But if you feel ready to settle in and shift your attention from creating the shape to being supported, start to tune into how you meet the earth. And again, feel where your body rests on support. Maybe you're feeling appreciation for your props and your mat, the ground, the earth. Offering your weight to support is a way of saying thank you. Land in gratitude. Let your legs say thank you to the earth just by being at rest on the ground. And perhaps you'd also feel that you could take a moment to say thank you to your legs and your feet for carrying you, for holding your weight, for allowing you to move throughout the world. Say thank you to your legs and your feet as your legs say thank you to the earth. Your seat in your pelvis, your back, your belly, all resting on the earth with gratitude. Your whole torso, your whole back body, your seat, your ribs. And feel your body, especially your torso, being breathed. You can feel your body being moved by your breath, your ribs, your belly. Welcoming your breath with a softening belly is a way of appreciating your breath. Allowing your breath to flow freely, welcoming it is a gesture of gratitude to the breath, reverence. So as your back says thank you to the ground, your legs, your body is more free to receive the breath. Feel yourself being breathed. As you welcome the flow of your breath. Letting your arms rest on support, your hands. Allowing your head to be at rest on support. Nothing to do, nothing to force. Receiving is a posture of gratitude. Receptive body, relaxed body is the receptive body. Receiving support of the earth, receiving your breath. Receiving is a gesture of gratitude. Allow yourself to receive the nourishing support of the earth in your breath as you soften, gently expanding inside. Your tongue, your lips, your lungs, your heart, your belly, all softening. And you're welcome to stay here and linger as long as you wish. Resting on the earth, receiving your breath. When you're ready to finish your practice, take your time to roll to your side, removing your pillows and curling yourself up to pause on your side body. You can rest on your side as long as you wish. If you're closing your practice, when you're ready, you will gather your belly. You use your hands without rushing, without forcing. As you become ready, you'll press slowly to a finishing seat. But feel free to linger in your restorative for as long as you wish, or come to sitting to close together. And I just offer this teaching on relaxing to receive and open by Lama Gendan Rinpoche. Happiness cannot be found through great effort or willpower, but is already present in relaxation and letting go. Don't strain yourself. There is nothing to do or undo. Whatever momentarily arises in the body-mind will pass. Why identify with it and become attached to it, passing judgment upon it or ourselves? Far better to simply let the entire game rise and fall on its own, springing up and falling back like waves, without changing or manipulating anything. And notice how everything vanishes and reappears magically again and again, time and time again, without end. Everything rises and falls. Only our searching for happiness prevents us from seeing it. It's like a vivid rainbow which you pursue without ever catching. Wanting to grasp the ungraspable, you exhaust yourself in vain. As soon as you open and relax this tight fist of grasping, infinite space is there, open, inviting, offering comfort. Make use of this spaciousness. Make use of this spaciousness, this freedom and natural ease. Don't search any further. Nothing to do or undo, nothing to force. As soon as you open and relax this tight fist of grasping, infinite space is there, open and inviting, offering comfort. Make use of this spaciousness, this freedom and natural ease. Don't search any further. Nothing to do or undo. Nothing to force. Namaste. May you return to this simple restorative practice again and again. Take care of yourself. There's a beautiful opportunity to transition and be out in the world a little bit more, whether it's the weather or maybe just communities are opening up with more opportunity for socializing and being in spaces with more and more people and more activity. While it's medicinal to make these connections, it can be anxiety provoking and uplifting. I implore you to care for yourself, to get grounded, to nourish, so that expanding in a way that is useful for you can also be received and nourishing at this time. We will practice this flavor all season long of finding our roots and insulating so that we can go more and more into the spaciousness. Make use of this spaciousness, this freedom and natural ease. Nothing to do or undo, nothing to force. We will keep expanding.